People's Mic. I am Jim Peebles. Introduce yourself.
I'm Doug Brady.
I'm Ryan Rummel.
Gio Perez.
Motherfucker Perez. What's the word? What's going on?
It's 9/11, baby.
Is it 9/11? This is episode 426, and it is 9/11. What does that mean to you?
It means that there's this song that I like to sing. It goes like this. It's like a kid song. It goes, 9/11 was an inside job to get us to go to war, just like Vietnam, by blowing something up to get us all in arms. I wanna wish you Merry Christmas. That's what it means.
Did you write that?
No, I didn't. There's a guy named Rob Patillo. He's a Boston comic that is, I don't know, he's probably dead now. He's probably dead. If I had to guess. He's really funny, but
He died in 9/11.
He was in building 7. He died in building 7.
Fuck, what's going on with you?
Chilling.
Does anybody celebrate 9/11 yet?
Yeah, I do.
Do you?
Like, produce something you wanted. Hot dogs and hamburgers.
I know it's coming. It's a matter of time. I don't think we're there.
Dude, I woke up, went to a party today.
You did go to a party today, and then like a yoga party.
Yeah.
Fuck.
No, they banged the gong when each one went into the tower. Each time they banged the gong, they were like at 8:47, bomb. I'm not kidding.
No.
you were at a party at 8 in the morning.
Yeah.
Before it started.
Yeah. What days of the week, man? There's no days of the week.
So were you grinding on a girl? And then...
I was with my girlfriend. She was partying too.
That's
She's
like,
like, woo!
Oh, that sounds cool.
Yeah.
And the sun's out?
Yeah. I was a couple of
Sober?
my friends came.
Sober?
Yeah, we're sober.
Oh, man, that sounds...
They were giving out kombucha like it was
It sounds like a place that was giving out kombucha. So
free kombucha.
Man, what's going on with
You
you?
guys see that Bill Burr
I haven't finished watching it yet. I was going to finish watching it tonight. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I liked it.
I was looking online, right, and I saw an article about it. I was like, let me check out the reviews, right? And there was this one, I think it was like Vulture.com, and the lady that wrote an article about Dave Chappelle just shitting on him. Like, Dave Chappelle's article was, Dave Chappelle hopes you get offended. And then for the same lady wrote Bill Burr's review. She said, the whole special's not as bad as the first 4 minutes.
Double standard.
Double standard.
Then
Why?
he says he's white.
Thank you.
Absolutely because he's white.
Guess what she looked like?
Yeah.
White?
White.
Of course she's white.
A redhead, pasty, white.
His
That's kind of weird, though.
His was a little worse than Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, his. They were both funny, but he seemed like he was just like kind of just egging it on.
Yeah.
You know, but they both kind of were a little bit. But I mean, I would too. If you're just like,
I think
you're
his
just like
was a
constantly
little
under
farther.
attack.
His was more meaner than.
Yeah, he said it's all white women doing this, and then a white woman was like, "Hey, the special is pretty great." You know, Dave Chappelle's an asshole. Only cares about
that
ticket
part.
prices.
If Dave Chappelle would have said that, it would have been.
It's weird though, because mostly you hear about like the white women, they hate white men. You know what I mean? So you think like that she would love Dave Chappelle's special and hate Bill Burr's special.
No, but because it was true, it was still true. You know, it's funny.
Yeah,
I haven't seen the Bill Burr yet.
Go watch it. Willie, have you seen it? Oh, you can't come over here either. What are you guys doing? I was going to switch you out.
Yes, it's good. I thought.
So I need a sub.
You go watch it and come back.
Tag me in.
What are you going to say?
I thought Chappelle's special was a little bit overrated, to be honest with you. But
it wasn't as
whatever.
great as it.
It's definitely the best one he's put out since he started putting out specials again. You know?
No, I think the other ones were better.
Well,
The
when
Bird,
Texas-
the Bird.
The Bird Revelation,
Bird
I
Revelation.
thought that was too heady. He's talking about issues too much. He's like, oh man, I don't know, Bill Cosby, whatever.
He defended Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
He did?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He did.
No, I couldn't make
A
it
little
through
bit.
that special. That's why I shut it off. I
Hi,
said, this is-
Connie. Look at you. Hair growing out. you got the lights out. Don't you? Have a seat. Come hang out. What do you think? You're not sure if you're staying or not. Huh? You do it. There's no chords. Nobody knows there's no chords and we still got sound. I'm a fucking genius. As my Spanish friends say, I'm like MacGyver. They call me MacGyver. That's what they call MacGyver in Spanish.
I saw
They say, you're like MacGyver.
David Cross on Monday. funny guy. Yeah.
Yeah. He's nerdy funny, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he basically was like, I'm David Cross, you will laugh at what, like, everyone knows him, so they know his sense of humor. So there's not much setup. He's just like,
that's what I hated
what
about
happened.
That's what I hated about the Chappelle thing, honestly, was he was just like the whole time. I mean, one of his punchlines in one of his latest specials was literally, I'm Dave Chappelle! And I was like, oh, alright. Well, that's really funny.
You get to do that when you're
I guess.
It's at the
but-
level. You want to be get those
That's what the
person
lady
jokes
said.
off.
The lady said he was bragging too much. The redheaded lady was like, oh, he was bragging, and the one, like, half the article was like, oh, he kept mentioning the ticket prices. Like, if you watch the epilogue in the special, he's like, you guys paid $1,000 and people saw the same show in Atlanta for $60.
Yeah.
And I guess that was probably him seeing people. He was on Broadway. There was probably people there that paid like $4,000 and sitting there and just like staring seriously, like not having a good time. And he was probably just like, "That's my fault." And then the lady said, "I'm broke because of these tickets."
She brought a sign.
He brought a sign, yeah. And then he came back out. Like after he walked out, he came back out. He's like, "I came back because of that sign."
Yeah. Make better decisions.
Yeah, you didn't have to buy
You didn't buy those.
Yeah, you didn't have to.
I left my baby in the car.
Yeah.
To watch the show.
Make better decisions. That's not his fault.
Yeah.
Fucking, you didn't have to go.
Yeah, she made it seem like it was like a cancer pill that she needed. And she's like, "Oh, I have to pay $700 for this pill. I have to pay $700 to see Dave Chappelle."
It is weird though, because didn't they? I mean, Netflix paid him like $20 million or something like that. So
50.
why? Yeah, 50. So why is he charging so much money for?
Because
that's
just
Dave
another live
Chappelle.
show.
Yeah, Dave Chappelle is Broadway.
Broadway charges Broadway money. That's separate.
It wasn't.
separate.
It was on Broadway though. I thought that was the Tabernacle Theater.
No, that was the epilogue. I'm talking about the epilogue.
Yeah.
She didn't even, that's what I'm saying. She's talking about the epilogue and shitting on the whole special for what he was doing at the epilogue, the show that was on the epilogue. Because she went to the Broadway theater.
Well,
Like, she was there for that, I think.
He did a free show for the victims of the Dayton shooting in Ohio. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
he does a lot of
yeah, he does
a lot of shit.
He did a
Every
show in
time
Atlanta
you do
for $60.
shit like that, you don't get credit for it.
yeah. They don't
No,
print
it's
that.
like, no. That's completely different. All right.
Yeah. He lived in Ohio, so he didn't have to travel.
Easy for him.
He didn't have to travel.
They always make excuses. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. I saw. This is the only thing I wrote down.
The new iPhone? Is this iPhone 11? With
The guy
cameras
who,
on
I
it?
guess he's the CEO of iPhone now. He took over for.
Yeah, Tim Cook.
He looks.
CEO for iPhone.
For iPhone, CEO for so I can't even play with you.
I know.
It was like I murdered Doug, but I was just playing. I was just roughhousing, and you broke Doug's back.
I'm 120 pounds.
He snapped his spine, but he looks like an old grandfather who's asking questions about the iPhone instead of having the question, all the answers. Like he's like, "What is this?" Like I was just reading, some video. He just looks old as fuck. Like he shouldn't be the face of iPhone, of Apple, or whatever. Ugh.
That was like his right hand, Steve's right hand man, right?
Was it?
I'm behind on the times. I
Yeah,
don't
I-
know who Tim
I don't
Cook
know,
is.
guys.
Steve Jobs died.
You go to this podcast, you gotta be up on
iPhone has
Gotta
5
read a
cameras
news
now.
the minute things that I talk about. Right?
You gotta like tread lightly though, because he's gay. So
I don't give a shit. We talk about what we want here. What are you gonna do? Take away my podcast? You're gonna come get it? You're gonna shut it down.
The iPhone's listening. All these phones are listening right
Not
now.
because he's gay, because he's old. You could be a
Listen,
cool
he's
gay
putting
guy.
it out there. You know, nobody has to
He's just looking old as shit. And what, old
He's
people?
drunk.
I don't know how old you are, but I see the grace from here.
30.
Oh shit! Oh shit! You need a hat, sir.
I'm going gray too. I'm gonna be completely gray
I
by
can't
30.
wait. I like when you guys with a lot of hair go bald.
I'm never gonna go bald, but I will be very gray. I'll be like Steve Martin
I can see that.
by like 30.
I
I'm
hope
pretty
you're
sure.
famous by then, so that you
I'm
grow
going
into it.
bald. It's happening.
Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful.
bad.
That's beautiful.
But what I realized, every haircut I get is the
You think
best
they would walk
last
you?
haircut I'll ever
Huh?
Can I
get.
give you a hug?
Yes,
During the
absolutely.
podcast?
Come here. Why are you leaving? What's
I'm
wrong?
sorry. Change
Uh-oh.
plans.
What happened?
I
I
can't
love
be
you
here
all
as
the
long
time.
as I need to be.
Oh man,
sorry.
Why?
I thought it's a long story.
Because of the gays or because of old people?
Both.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
offended.
Fuck. we don't apologize here. Bye, Connie, forever.
Nice to see you. Bye.
Love you long time. Legs up for me.
Never want to say how I accidentally said
never apologize.
Never always complain. Never apologize. What'd you say, Gio?
Nah, I was talking about that Eddie Murphy story. Somebody asked, like, oh, why did he disappear? And then I was like, oh yeah, he got caught in the car with a tranny. Without realizing I said that, and like 3 people at alligator, like 3 tables at alligator lounge all turned around and like looked at me. I was like, oh shit. And then I had to ask him, I was like, did I say tranny out loud? Like, shit.
It's a good word.
I mean, it's just at the same time, I don't like people are hanging out. I don't just want to seem like I'm at like there's a gay flag at every corner at that bar, and they're just yelling out that word.
I respect people's
Seems kind
things,
of,
but some of us have great words to hurt our feelings. You know, they did a good job. They did a very good job. Like goop is a good word. Somebody was asking me about it the other day. It's it sucks, but it's.
I know I'm not on the pod, but can I say something that
You can say something. Yeah. Just raise your hand.
it's about the Orlando. It's about the trans thing. Like, you know, like I feel like that's actually something that probably shouldn't be joked about. I'm being serious. Like there was a trans woman that was at an open mic, and like she was like she went up and she said some emotional shit. But then it got me thinking about like how like gays and lesbians and all these other people, like I feel like, you know, like they're doing their own thing, and like I feel like we could joke about them because they're just like us. They just like a different, you know, they're like the same sex. But like when it comes to trans, like these people are actually like changing their like they're going through like gender reassignment shit, and like we can't even fathom that. Like that's some crazy shit to us. Like we don't even.
So that makes it off limits.
Not necessarily off limits, because I heard a couple like funny jokes, but definitely like it's definitely something that you should like kind of like take, you know, into consideration, because it is something deeper than like being gay or lesbian, or, you know. That's just what I think, like, because these people are actually like they believe that, you know, they're actually a different sex. So it's like, and it's something that just like us, like I guess like normal people, quote unquote, like we just don't really understand. Like we don't understand it.
You can say whatever you want, but you can't control how people perceive what you say. So that's what I think. It's like you say whatever, but people will freak out, and then it's your job to handle them freaking out. I mean, and like trans people, like Chris Scher is one of the funniest comics in the scene, I think, and she's trans, and she makes all jokes about trans.
But she is trans, so that's cool.
She's like, I'm taking estrogen. This estrogen's really kicking me in the balls, which is hilarious. But it's like, you know, I don't. So I think you should be able to joke about anything. Why put things off limits? I mean, I just sang a song about 9/11, and like 3,000 people died at 9/11, and people laughed when I sang it.
Yeah.
We could like joke about it, but we definitely have to like take it, you know, like into consideration.
Fuck that.
I mean, trust me, I'm like the type that like I really don't give a fuck about a lot of things. But like when I saw that lady go up, it got me like reflecting about it. But I mean, I don't know.
What are you talking about?
Some lady.
Lady? White or black?
White.
Oh, you can't make fun of white ladies.
White trans women or white men. So loophole.
There is something there though. If
you're a white trans.
There is something there though where like it's like they are different from like gays or lesbians.
What?
Even they are, because even they're not accepted with their own community. So like there is something there.
They're all there.
Yeah. The tease.
The tease.
Now that was a great bit.
that was a really good bit.
Yeah. I had a trans comic in an open mic was talking about how like that special was pretty good.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was damn good.
That's good.
Everybody
Jokes
has
about it,
issues,
too.
and everybody has things that they don't want to be made fun of. But you know what?
Yeah.
It got to be funny. That's
Yeah.
the bottom line.
Yeah.
You know?
The world is not responsible for your emotional security.
Emotions.
Just like, go fuck yourself. If you want to cry, you can cry, but don't come crying at me. You know what I mean? I don't give a shit about your problems. I got my own stuff going on. I'm trying to save $200 a week, and I only make $3. Everybody makes fun of me for being poor. You don't see me hanging myself, you know?
Yeah, I love it.
You can make
I don't
fun of
think
poor
we're
people.
poor, but I love that. Yeah, absolutely.
No, there's no poor
White
groups.
poor people? Oh, man. You fucked up. You shit on that lottery ticket. Well, hell yeah. Man. This guy, I know I'm supposed to be nice to him. Not I'm pointing at you, but through you is a homeless guy who lays at a pole at the corner. And fuck that guy. Because he's beautiful. He's a beautiful person.
Beautiful.
He's got blue eyes. He's fucking wavy, dirty hair. He's got perfect feet. I was like, fuck you. And you're no, yeah. How are you homeless and you don't have foot fungus? You piece of shit. No, fuck that guy. He's always reading like books I would never read.
He's researching a role.
How have the cops not moved him from that corner? He's laying there every day.
He like these damn method actors everywhere. Gotta get him off the street.
Fuck that guy. Fuck him. Like if I went and just stood at that corner too long, it'd be like, yo, you gotta move. You gotta. I was like, I'm not even.
Speaking of this, also, I think it's more fucked up to be making fun of homeless people when it's like the only reason most people are homeless is because they're severely mentally ill, and we're just like shitting on them.
No, just that guy.
But I'm saying everybody's fine with you shitting on. Every comic has a joke about homeless people, and nobody gives a fuck. But you bring up trans people, which are 1% of the population, and everyone's like, oh god, no, don't say that.
Everybody's
people get offended for other people, and it's usually not the trans people. Like I remember, like years ago, I was talking to my cousin, and this is when I was like 17, and he came out, whatever, and his we were just saying shit back and forth, just joking around. His friend, white girl, got more offended than my cousin, and then I almost got mad at my cousin for not telling her to just shut the fuck up and like, you know what I mean? Like this is my cousin, meaning going back and forth. And then she's like, "Shit, oh, you don't make fun of your cousin like that. You don't say stuff like that." Because it was like a strawberry, like dipped in chocolate. I'm like, "Oh, is this what your penis looks like after you take it out?"
Nice.
And then she got like so like mad about that shit. And then I don't know.
She ruined the fun.
Yeah, she ruined the joke.
Yeah. White girls ruined
it just went to another level.
This episode. I just want to do shit I'm gonna get in trouble for now. I see you cringed up.
I think the whole PC thing is gonna die eventually. Because comedy started off PC. You couldn't even curse when you first started comedy. And then when people got tired of that clean shit, and people like Pride and Carl and stuff coming out with like this blue, you know, this it's just gonna happen again. People are gonna get tired of this clean PC shit, and then it eventually just die. Or just become another.
Because now the top comics are like, fuck that. We're not taking it anymore. Now we're gonna say what the fuck we want.
But you also got to realize too, though, they're gonna kind of not fade out, but now all these comics now that are believing this stuff are gonna be in those positions, right? And then they could, it's like, we're not gonna book these people because they joke about that. Like they're like the gatekeepers, like the whole gatekeeper thing. The people that are with that pizza will become the gatekeepers, and they will kind of change things for a while, and then eventually go back.
I don't understand. Like, what are we supposed to? If you can't laugh, you're just supposed to be super serious about the whole thing all the time. Like the trans issue, it's just like, what do you? If you can't make jokes and laugh about it, what are you supposed to do? Just sit there with a stone face and be like, oh, I really appreciate what you're doing with your life, I've never thought of anything funny in my whole life about it. It's like, what? I don't understand. Wait, you're supposed to cry all the time? Like, what is the deal?
I'm gonna go make fun of AIDS patients. Everybody's gonna laugh.
I know when we can make fun of them. It's when technology makes it like for them to look like the perfect. Like they look like if a woman wants to be a man, like they look like a man, exactly like a man.
I mean, we're already there.
When a man looks exactly like a woman. Alright, but like now, like in USA, so like once they get to that like technological level where everyone can look like their ideal self, then we can fucking make fun of them. I don't know.
They're already there though.
These robot rights. You hear about robot rights?
Oh my god! Trans pets. You heard about the trans animals?
What? Yeah, my sex robot won't let me choke.
This is.
Do you think robots can get rights before dogs?
Hold on.
Dogs first.
Dogs are
white people.
No, robots can talk. Dogs can't.
Wait till they start making. They have a thing with. They making dogs talk. They're trying to make.
What if your dog's racist?
There's trans.
Dogs are definitely racist. Definitely racist.
The thing is there's a dog is property though. It's not a.
For how long?
A dog with a translator walking down the street sees a tranny. He's like, "You want me to bite his dick off, boss?" I'll help him out. No.
That word, man, that should make everybody stop on a dime.
What?
Tranny.
Such a good word.
That's a very good joke.
I had a joke that where I don't get to say tranny, but I imply it.
It's just a short. I don't know.
I mean, trans is shorter.
Trans is actually shorter, but I'm trying to. My whole thing is I'm trying to get
Tranny
into it.
is not acceptable.
Yeah.
Are you getting uncomfortable?
No, I was actually thinking of, I wonder if mechanics now can't say like, oh, your tranny's broken. They have to say like, oh, your transmission is.
I got my transmission fixed like last year, and the guy on the phone said tranny like 45 times. You're only saying this because you're
Getting it all out.
Yeah.
Did you get tranny?
You get really angry that you appear that you're going to say the word tranny, but you say something different every time. Yeah. These goddamn train tracks.
Transcontinental Union. That was too far.
Are there any 9/11 sales? Like car sales?
Everything must go!
Never forget.
Because I feel like
These deals are flying out the windows.
I mean, there's stuff for like Pearl Harbor Day, isn't there? Like,
Yeah.
come to Bloomingdale's and get a couch 50%
It's
off.
been 18 years, so I think it's about time.
I think it's another 15 before people really start
Start
partying.
monetizing.
Well,
Patrice
Patrice
had
had
that-
40, 50 years.
Yeah, monetize. How
It
long
takes a
does it take?
while, like 50 years.
50 years.
Patrice-
Patrice capitalize on the.
I'm going to take Martin Luther.
Patrice had it good.
Yeah, Patrice O'Neill was like, we're 10 years away from hot dogs and hamburgers holiday.
That was
That's right.
what, 11.
Yeah.
When you do that.
10 years out?
That's
Two more years? You'll just have the day off on
Yeah.
9/11 for.
I can see that. It's coming. Somebody's gonna pass a bill. And
Why don't we have the day off for 9/11?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, what the
Yeah.
fuck is that?
Yeah.
We have a day off for Columbus Day and not 9/11.
Yeah.
It's coming. I feel like it's coming.
It takes a while.
It takes a while.
Which ones will we get rid of?
Holidays?
Yeah,
Eventually they're going to have to start knocking off some holidays, you know what I mean? They'll have
No,
but they will.
There's already too much work.
Yeah.
That's why President's Day exists, you know, because there was people were taking off work for every president's birthday, and they were like, "Fuck this, we're putting it all together."
One
President's
day.
Day.
Man, just have holiday day.
It's
One day you're going to be
it's
all
always,
the holidays you celebrate December 25th, and
always
that's it. You work for the rest of your life. Well,
That's right. I stepped in.
I was sorry.
I feel like there's always to pump money into the economy. Like every month is a big holiday, right?
Hallmark.
Right.
Is there every month a big holiday?
Name a month where there isn't a big holiday.
Well, nowadays, I mean, the months are
And
becoming
then they have,
holidays.
then they have
a national
all the little festival holidays.
No, every day there's
bullshit
something.
ones.
Yeah.
Every day
Hot
there's
dog,
something.
National Hot Dog
Now
Day,
it's National
Pork
Day, just to see
National
what
Twin
pops.
Day.
My girl has
Day.
a calendar of all the national
Yeah,
holidays.
every
Every day.
There's a guy who
single
makes them up and
day.
approves them.
Suicide Prevention Month this month.
That's the
Yeah,
day.
there you
That's
go.
right.
Yesterday.
And if we want to make money off of it, somebody's doing a suicide prevention party.
It's like they're keeping you busy. It's just like, hey, don't worry about this. You know,
Yeah.
take a picture of hot dog.
For-
National
first
Hot Dog
donut
Day.
day.
The mattress people.
Oh yeah.
Come on down to the
Everybody-
President's Day mattress sale. It'll be the 9/11 mattress sale.
That's what I.
Yeah.
What? Let me ask you this: how many people do you think it would take to kill themselves on Suicide Prevention Day for them to stop suicide prevention? Like, you think it would be like 50 people? If like 50 people killed themselves to be like, stop National Suicide Prevention Day.
Because they probably saw.
Reverse psychology.
Yeah. Because they're thinking about it now.
You're raising awareness.
No, all the suicide hotline people have off for suicide prevention.
Give them the day off.
They have the day off that day. And they're all
That's good. Who are these people that are working with the suicide hotline? You know what I mean? What are they qualified at all to be talking to people to kill themselves?
They know.
They have,
They
like,
can pay
Indian
15 an
accents.
hour. They don't give a shit.
You know, imagine they're like outsourcing it to India and you call, what is your problem? Just barely understand them. I want to kill myself.
Have you tried turning yourself off and turning yourself on?
Give me your credit card, sir.
Yeah, you ever try to pick up a telemarketer?
No.
I have.
When I worked at a call center,
Yeah, like talk to him and try to. Like, oh, you have a good voice. Where are you now?
What are you doing?
I'm just trying to show yeah, where are you? What do
I'd
we
love to
do?
talk to you
Just
more
keep
about your health
asking
insurance plan. Why don't we get coffee sometime?
That's what girl. She was like, my life is terrible here. I hate it. How is America? I was like, oh, it's cool. I'm about to go to party tonight. She was like,
Celebrate 9/11. What are you doing?
Celebrate 9/11.
I don't know. She was in Cambodia, some crazy shit. I was like, oh, that sounds sad.
Do you think that there is a high suicide rate in the workers that work at suicide prevention hotlines? Like, you talking to people that want to kill themselves all day. I mean, by 5 o'clock, you gotta be like, fuck. I'm just gonna go
You
home.
probably feel good about
If
yourself.
somebody's excited to do it, and they're like, oh, I can't wait to save lives. And then,
I mean, by the end of the first day, you have to be like crying. I mean, there's no way. Like, every phone call must be like, my family hates me, my dog hates me, I can't eat steak anymore because my
Lyme disease.
I wish
Yeah.
I wish we could take some of those calls.
Yeah, call in today if you want to hang this up. We'll talk you off the ledge.
Suicidal. Yeah, let comedians talk you down.
That would be hilarious.
Huh?
We don't just say do it.
Do it? We don't say do it. Yeah, that's what it would get to. It's like, don't be a pussy. Don't.
If you're watching this right now, you should. That one person should kill himself.
Zach should definitely.
Zach, kill yourself.
You shouldn't kill yourself, but you should try.
Yeah, no. Zach.
Make sure you host your open.
He said there's nothing in
Yeah,
April.
Huh?
kill yourself after the mic first.
There's nothing wrong.
Holidays in April, but there are. Easter.
My birthday's in April, motherfucker. Easter, sometimes.
birthday.
Sometimes.
Passover often.
All the Jews fucking are killing them with the holidays. What?
September every month. Too. You got like 2 big ones in September.
Yeah.
Also, spring break is in April,
Is
isn't
it
it?
April? Yeah. It's like a fake.
420?
Official spring
Four
break.
twenty?
I feel like
Hitler's
school
birthday.
That's
days.
a new one. Huh?
Yeah, 420.
What'd you say?
And my father's birthday.
Yeah.
And
holiday?
Yeah, it is. It's not his
And Bob
birthday,
Marley's.
but
My birthday's-
420 and
420 is
his
his
birthday
Oh,
are
shit.
both a national holiday.
Bob Marley was either
421.
born or died on 420. Bob Marley.
Bob Marley died.
Nah, I think that's a myth.
That's Hitler.
Hitler was definitely born on 4th.
Hitler was born on
That's
that's his birthday.
That's why he was such a good
No
king.
way.
I guess we could look these up.
Look,
We
it's
can
Google.
look these up.
Hey Google.
Yeah.
Does she come up on
It might
Oh,
ruin
man,
it.
there's a lot going on.
Yeah, what if-
Yeah, it's
we
like
can start talking.
Jimmy needs 5 phones. So
Hey, Google.
podcast.
Is this even doing anything?
This
microphone?
is for. This goes to. What is this for? This
Oh, it's going right
that's
in
the,
here.
that's the main one.
It doesn't look like it's on. Isn't
No,
there
it's just
supposed to be a red
no,
light?
no, it's just-
Blink if you're awake.
No.
Jimmy looks like a drug dealer. It's like, what do you got 3 phones for?
Everybody
Open
has.
mic
That's
podcast.
I never want to be stopped by the cops. When I do this action, so I
That guy
got to
with
explain
3
all the
phones,
bullshit in my bag.
You gotta show me
It's like, what do you have
Facebook.
these microphones and cameras? What do you, and then what is this thing? Everybody wants to know what these are. These are the fucking transmitters. It's like this mic now goes
Whoa,
to that audio.
transmitters?
Yeah, transmitters. You say transmitter.
Wow, easy there. Easy with the words.
Yeah, I figured that out. So this audio takes from the phone, so it takes from the mic.
That's
So
pretty
cut out.
cool.
It is pretty cool. That's the coolest thing
That's
I did.
technology.
I figured it the fuck out. It was dope.
You got any,
fucking shit.
you got any invention ideas? I've been thinking about becoming an inventor.
I have
What do you
a
think?
bunch of invention ideas.
What's your first one?
I don't want
What's
to
the
give it
best
out.
one?
Yeah, I give you a cheap. I wanted to invent like roughhouse toys for dogs, like workout stuff.
Oh.
Huh?
No idea.
You know what I mean?
Like grip strength thing, but
Like
for
for
the
the
mouth.
mouth.
Oh, they have those.
Where? Kong has it. Who else has it? There's only one
And
Kong.
then people that fight dogs make their
Nah, but I don't want to fight dogs. There's
Mike
I-
Vick
like
has-
rubber. Cool. There's one guy.
Mike
to
Vick
strengthen,
jaw-
their neck,
jaw
to
strength.
strengthen their neck muscles when they're tearing.
And I think it's a wrap around so they can do like pull-ups.
What?
My dog used to. I was teaching my dog how to do pull-ups, and because they don't have
Can they do
thumbs.
sit-ups?
Huh?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I have a video. There's one video where I'm doing a pull-up with my dog.
That might be
You know.
abuse, maybe.
She would jump on the bar and she would pull up.
Was she excited about
Yeah,
it?
she was excited. She would jump up and pull. I was teaching her how to do pull-ups.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like-
But I would do a pull-up and then I would hold like a towel. I had like this brace and then she would hold the towel and I would do a pull-up with her, just her body weight. She
Oh my
wouldn't let
God,
go.
that's cute.
And then she'd get on my shoulders and I'd do like, it's all just resistance training. And I had a whole workout that I was going to do for dog fighting.
You know, but that if you wrote an exercise book of like exercising with your dog, that would sell.
Yeah.
People want to fuck their dogs. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I used to run with the dog. I used to volunteer at a shelter at Jersey Animal Coalition. And they used to work out with the dogs and run
That's a good idea.
miles with the dogs.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Make sure you put a picture of you kissing the dog
Yeah,
in the front of the book. Extra.
He gets 10%.
Black guy kissing the dog in the mouth.
30,000, yeah. I mean, the people hate you.
Like the double tongue lick, and we're like, ah.
It is a weird thing though with
I love
animals.
seeing that shit.
I really feel like people are getting like sexually involved with their animals
Too much.
now more than
Yeah.
ever. It's so big. Like dogs are such a huge thing now. Everybody has their own an Instagram for their dog.
Yeah.
It's the weirdest fucking.
If you have a dog, you
Shit.
should have an
And
Instagram
they
for
usually
your
have more
dog.
followers than me, which is
I went on this.
It's creepy.
I went on this trip with my ex. We went to this place in Jersey. There was nobody there. It's like a Groupon shit, and there was this lady with her dog, and it was a little Yorkie. Yeah, it was a full-grown dog, but a small dog. It didn't grow. She was like, "Yeah, this is the smallest dog in the world." Just happened to be in Jersey, and she was like, she had millions of followers. She's like, "Yeah, we're on Instagram, whatever." I was like, I could crush this dog right now and doing this. Like I could just.
So reaction is to kill it.
It's killing. Like it was like his little fucking head and Gizmo, I think his name was.
Isn't it weird that you can get like a giant dog for free, but then one of those tiny little Tomcat dogs
That's
like
it was a priceless dog.
$3,000? Yeah.
Priceless dog.
It's really insane.
It was in the
wants
Guinness
to
Book
use
of World
dogs
Records
anymore,
for the
like-
smallest dog in the world.
I had a German Shepherd, but it was like down south and it stayed outside, so it wasn't like a problem. Those things shed, and they're like horses, you know what I mean?
That's how dogs should be though.
Yeah. It's just like you get the dog for protection, you know what I mean? And
Chain
just
it
let
up.
you know, and
Slash it with a knife every once in a while, just to keep it straight.
cut his tail off, and clip his ears.
Never post this picture.
Give us some
This lady
steroids.
keeps sending me stuff.
Joan. Oh, this is the old Joan?
Yeah, old Joan.
I mean, young Joan?
She keeps giving me updates on her open mic career.
Oh.
She's like, yeah, today I did an open mic, Jimmy, and I'm like,
Oh,
that's adorable.
That's cute.
She's so excited.
I think we can qualify her as a fan. You're a fan. She's a fan.
A fan of me?
Yeah.
She keeps hitting you up.
Yeah. She's like, hey, look, I did that. That's a fan.
Is that a fan?
Yeah,
Is she
that's a
old?
fan.
What's
Yeah,
her deal?
she's old. Cool.
She's only like
Pushing
60.
60.
Yeah.
That's cool.
She's up there. She's done a podcast, right?
I think she was on like once.
I think I was on.
She came once, and I don't know what happened. But it was like every day. It's like I was like, all right.
Let's all update Jimmy on every
Send me your bikes.
Jimmy, when I get famous, I'll email you and stuff all the time.
All the time. Let me see how you doing.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Cool. I'm gonna shit on you though.
It's okay.
It's like
I'm cool with that.
You know, or it's like, why is this fucking guy emailing me at 3 o'clock in the morning? All right. Who's this? Hi.
Sorry.
You're late. We were waiting for you.
I'm so sorry.
Man.
I came all the way from that way.
From that way, Asians are never late. You're
Sorry.
okay. Is that a real thing?
No.
No. I'll be busting balls. How about shut the fuck up, Jimmy?
You know what I've
How
never
about
seen
shut-
before is a mass shooting, but for dogs. Like somebody went into a place and shot a bunch of dogs.
Oh, maybe the death penalty.
That'd be pretty good,
At a
right?
kennel?
Yeah, like a kennel mass shooting, but they don't kill any people, only dogs.
No, they only show the videos of the workers like abusing the dogs.
Yeah.
You ever see that where the guys
Oh,
throwing
yeah.
them by their
Oh,
legs
yeah.
and banging them against the
Oh my god.
Yeah, there's
Why?
They do that in Delaware a lot for some reason. Like, there's always a guy who didn't know there was cameras. He would beat the shit out of the dog.
I saw a video of a guy that had a bag full of puppies and he was throwing them into a river, like a really raging river, just like taking puppies out, tossing them in the river.
You walked in at a weird time, right?
She's like, what?
She's like, don't talk about cooking animals next. Don't talk about
Oh.
Yum.
Yeah, you ever see the one where they spin the dogs for good luck? It's like a Russian thing where they take the dog, they hide them up, and they put them in the middle of the river, and then spin them out of control, and then he just drops into the river, and it's like, and everybody breaks out and cheers.
I think this
I was
is the
like,
one thing that's gonna get you canceled.
Yeah, I think it's like one of the European.
We talked about everything inappropriate. This is the one thing that's gonna get you canceled. Talking about this.
They just spin the dog. I'm like, yo, that's fucked up. Somebody's gotta be like, that's fucked up at some point.
What was that movie that came out recently where they killed like 50 dogs during the shooting of the movie? They had this one scene where the dog was fighting a bear, and the bear, it was a pug fighting a bear, and they just let the pug go out, and the bear just like killed 20 pugs in a row. Milo, yeah.
Was it Milo?
That's a real movie.
They did it more than once.
It's not recent though. It was like
Oh, it's not recent.
90s.
Pull that up, Orlando.
1986.
86. How many dogs they kill?
Keep talking.
Was it pugs?
I think it was a bunch of dogs.
Well, they were training the bear to juggle that him, and he kept messing up and just killed him.
He just got frustrated.
Kept impaling them on his claws.
You're eating a salad.
It says more than 20 kittens. So it's not dogs, it was kittens. It says more than 20 kittens.
Kittens.
On the set.
27.
How do you get past the first three? It's like maybe we should.
They're
do this.
committed.
So we gotta get the shot. Give me another kid. This is the
They just have like a box of kittens off camera.
yeah.
Do we know the one?
Just the whole trunk.
Before it was a rule.
You imagine like the director's like, bring in the other kid. Like I just like imagine like the whole set production.
Is that where the line came from, where they said no animals will harm?
Probably.
That had to come from somewhere, right?
I mean, well, in the old, like in the westerns, like in the 50s, when they were making a bunch of westerns all the time, and you see all those scenes where the horses were exploding. That's real. It's all real. Like the horses would get fucked. They would like break the horses' legs, pulling them down onto the ground while in full gallop and stuff like that. Really fun stuff.
God damn. Animals were harmed in this movie.
Yeah.
We fucked
The
up.
director was a zoologist.
Maybe he got fucked up by a kitten or something.
You know you were on that production team because you had like a horse hoof on your keychain. Good luck.
We gotta wrap this up. This is fun. Tell them where they can find you.
You can find me at dougmoslawns.com. Call me up for all your lawn care needs. I do planting, trimming, pruning, cutting the grass, pulling weeds, anything you need, baby. Call me up.
Have you ever worked around weed?
Like
Marijuana?
picking
Yeah.
marijuana? No. I mean, my brother used to do that. I don't know. I'm waiting for it to be legalized in New York. Then I'll
Start
I
growing
can
it.
do
Did
that.
you grow it?
I would grow maybe like a couple plants at my house for fun.
The first rule is never to tell anybody. I read in a book. He was like, first rule, never tell anybody you're growing marijuana. It's like, all right.
Well, yeah, I mean, if it's legal, you don't want to be spreading. I got a huge room full of pot
sketchy
plants.
book is this?
First rule of all the drugs.
Don't ever tell people you're manufacturing cocaine.
Where can they find you?
You can find me. My name is Rummel. You can find me on Doug
Oh,
Bryant.
yeah, shirts you're wearing.
Yeah, it's
I
nice,
gotta
man.
make new shirts.
It's got jersey.
You like that?
I got punk for autos. Man.
Oh, I'm so excited.
You can find me at Doug Bryant Does Lawns. He'll just forward the message.
Nice.
You just hit him up.
It's Doug Brady, by the way. Doug
Yeah, it's definitely
Bryan.
not Doug Bryant.
Doug Bryan's a great guy, but he's large and bald.
No, my site is Doug Bryant
Right.
Does
Oh,
Lawns,
okay.
so there might be some confusion.
Are you here tomorrow?
No.
No.
I've been working.
Alright, shit.
Gio Perez 86 GEO. You can put GEO Perez.
You got a website yet?
No,
What was I going to say? I had a thought, I lost it. Give it up for them one more time. Radio, Spotify, JimPeoples.com. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, JPeoples TV. We're here every day, Monday to Friday at Idle Showing Head. Thank you for them for letting us do this. At 2:15 for the podcast, 3 o'clock for the open mic. If you're out of town comic, I'll save a seat for you, except for Willie Zabar. Fuck that guy. You can jump on, do the podcast, get a free mic in an extra minute. We got a new mic at Niagara on Saturdays for the podcast 4:30, and the open mic starts at 5:30. And we'll be back tomorrow. Happy 9/11. See you tomorrow.